YouTube! Today we are watching a video by martincitopants. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. I hope I am. I built Cities Skyline 2's largest city, then I destroyed it. This sounds right up my alley. I love destruction. So I'm excited. Whoa. Wait! I forgot to like the video. Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. Oh.
Hello, sir. Wait. Hey! Hello again. Welcome to Poopville.
What?
A few weeks ago, the wonderful people over at Paradox Interactive gave me access to an early build of Cities Skylines 2. And then, they put me on a crane. We'll talk about that later. In Cities Skylines 2, you build cities, construct townships, move people around with mass transit networks, and try your absolute hardest to not murder hundreds of thousands of people with a tsunami of poo.
What?
Since this is an early pre-release of the game, only a select few people can actually play it, which gave me a devilish idea. Without too much effort, I can probably make the largest city the game has ever seen. And then, I can commit unspeakable atrocities upon my glorious creation. So,
Poop tsunami?
let us begin.
Ew!
Wanting to start things off properly, I began the game with tutorials. Move with these keys, tilt the camera with these keys, build roads like this. Zoning. And before I knew it, I had built the beginning of a small town, burgeoning with life,
like
ready to take on the future.
When he zooms out, it looks like super realistic. Also, why are there the same person there twice? It looks super realistic when he zooms out. It looks like Google Maps.
Future, inhabited by the brightest of a new generation, a town of bustling opportunities, limitless growth.
I love that gif. Why is it so tall? Wait, okay, have you guys actually thought about tsunamis? They're so scary. Like, I don't know, when I was younger and stupider, I used to be like, oh yeah, I would, versus tsunami, I'd win. I know how to swim. Guys, I don't know, maybe it was just my dumb brain, but when I actually like sat down and thought about it, it's so scary. It's so scary. Like, you can't outswim it. And also, it's gonna like, there's currents. It'll just hold you under. You can't just swim up to the top. Yeah, exactly. Really think about it. It gives you like actual dread to think about. I know. But as like a small, dumb, indestructible teenager, I was like, bear versus tsunami? Nah, I'd win. But as an adult, when I like sat down, I watched, I don't know, sometimes I'm scared. I force myself to watch things that scare me sometimes. So I was like watching videos about tsunamis and I was like getting really disturbed and I was like, oh my God, I would not win against a tsunami. I would fucking die. I'd fucking die. Yeah, the tsunami would just, it would literally it would grab you and slam you into the nearest building until all of your fucking bones broke and your lungs burst and your entire body became fucking mashed potatoes in your little human skin sack. That's scary, Scruff. Yeah, it's really, like, I don't know. Actually think about it though, it's scary. A tsunami would just kill you. You couldn't just win. Yeah, exactly. There's no winning in this. Could you beat a whirlpool? It depends. Probably not though. I'm very weak. And I have no muscle mass. Again, very weak. Oh, Elasmo, this isn't gonna make it any better when I tell you this, and I know you might think I'm lying, but it's actually a poop tsunami. Anyways, let's keep going.
Yep. That's, yeah. Unlike the first game, I had no
maybe it's not a
amount of
poop
terraforming
tsunami.
I could do,
It's
which
a
meant
wool.
I could
It's
do things
made out of wool.
like this. For the city's road network, I had
I
conceived
thought
an
that was the
incredible
poop
solution
tsunami.
to
My
traffic.
apologies.
Triangle. This amazing technology makes every single intersection in the city 6 ways. You might think this is very stupid, and it is, but what's even stupider is this type of intersection actually exists in real life. And where else would it exist than beautiful, sunny Los Angeles?
Woo,
The real
baby!
intersection is even worse than these ones though.
What the
because
fuck
it
is
doesn't have any
this?
traffic lights, just 6 stop signs. What the fuck? With traffic 100%
Why
solved
does this
forever,
exist?
I could move on to more important things, like schools, police stations, water infrastructure, fire stations, and most importantly, somewhere to put all the poo.
Why does that
How
exist?
about, here.
There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a 5-way near where I live. And genuinely, it has lights. It has lights. It has so many lights. I don't know what I would do if it only had stop signs. That's f***ing insane. No, I don't want any roundabouts. When I went to the UK, I was so scared of all the roundabouts. I hate them. I know you guys like them, but I hate them. I would rather have lights over literally anything else. No roundabouts, only lights. You're a f***ing pussy, Dark. No roundabouts. No, I hate roundabouts. I don't want one. There's a roundabout on the way to the Panera, and I refuse to go to the Panera because I'm scared of it. No. No. I'm not scared of circles.
Once the poo,
I am a good bear, but I don't want to use a roundabout, Deli. You can't make me. You can't make me use the roundabout. No.
had been successfully routed into the Poocano, it was only a matter of time it had filled to about
Ew.
here. Not very high. And that meant it was
Why are there people inside of it?
time to drink. Placing a water pump inside the Poocano
Ew.
resulted in fresh poo being delivered directly to people's taps, which caused the entire city to either pack up and leave, or die. Well,
Ew.
Poopville was no more. And with that, we
Fuck.
move on to attempt 2. Gentlemen, welcome to Peniston. This city went a little better than Poopville. A little. This time, I spent a bit longer learning the basic principles of the game, and examined things that had been changed from City Skylines 1. Things like much larger, really nice looking service buildings, like this coal plant,
Beautiful.
or this landfill.
Beautiful.
I checked out the new zoning, pedestrian-only streets, the grid tool, and of course, radio announcements telling you what's going on in the city.
Do you think people use this stuff for like government officials use this stuff, this game for like planning and stuff? Do you think that this is something that they use? Don't build in a volcano's crater. No? I hope not. I think it would be really funny. It's not realistic. I think it would be really funny if they did. I hope that they do.
Commercial district is booming.
More radio announcements.
So a housing shortage is bad for the people trying to move here, right?
And my personal favorite,
There's a widespread concern over fears that an insidious underground criminal organization has seized control of the area.
Recent crime stats confirm that the crime wave has certainly gripped our region, and it's showing no signs of letting up.
I don't like the sound of that, Glenda.
We'll be back after this.
fuck! All of this was great. So, I, flattened a bit of land and got to work on the next area. I did a bit of bus stuff, zoned a bunch of housing, built these terrible, awful roads connecting everything, and then people started drinking poo again.
Why?
Fucking goddamn shit. Attempt 3. Before attempt 3 began,
Is the eating poop unavoidable, or is he causing this? I need information. Why is everyone eating poo? Why? I don't understand. He's causing it on purpose? Okay. I understand now. It's just how he be doing it.
I had a few things to do.
Okay.
Namely, fly all the way to Germany, hang out for a few days, and then get hoisted 50 meters into the air by a crane. Now that we're in position, it was time to begin our fabulous new city.
Whoa!
When naming this new city, I tried to think of a name that inspired greatness. A name that made me think. Gentlemen, behold, the grand city of... This time, I wasn't going to keep messing around. This time, I would research the ins and outs of city building, and I would construct a wonderful, perfect, flawless utopian city. So first things first, I did some research. And with that research completed, here are my findings. So, we want to build the largest possible city. A city that has an extremely high population, all buying products, driving their car, and most importantly, pooping out their butt.
Yes.
Well, to get to that point, our new city of couldn't just be a huge grid with nothing but apartment buildings. Believe me, I tried. No one moved in.
Why?
This city needed to be attractive. People had to actually want to move in. And that substantially complicates things. So, why would a citizen want to move here? Well, maybe they've got a good job, or the amenities are nice, the shops sell cool stuff, the city services are reliable, it's safe, there are dudes that be selling that good Zaza, plenty of crack, a nice, pleasant location to gamble away my kids' college fund, hookers on every street corner. The reasons one might want to live in a city are truly endless. So we have to try to accommodate as many as possible. First and foremost, they need somewhere to live. So let's build some roads, zone them for low-density residential, and wait.
Do they come and build their own homes?
Hooray! Our first citizen, the Poo Man. If I wanted the Poo Man to actually stay in this city, I needed to build a few service buildings. A groundwater pump for pumping groundwater. A windmill for milling wind. An industrial sector for people to work at. And then I had to decide on a place to put the poo.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put it here. Once that was all done,
Why
I zoned a
in
few
the
more things, and then
water?
just sort of sat back and watched my creation do its magic. I even found a dog.
Bow bow.
Barn.
Oh.
And there we go. Our first milestone. Ooh. This milestone unlocked a few new service buildings. I placed down a medical clinic.
We should show this guy Fuamoko. What if we made this guy sit down and we made him watch Fuamoko? Do you think he would like them? We need to teach this guy about Fuamoko. Bow bow.
A cemetery, an elementary school, a landfill. The city of was definitely making me go With the city now growing quite quickly, came even more online. Roundabouts, fire stations, police stations, higher density housing, specialized industry, and before I knew it, had reached 1,000 population. And nighttime.
Beautiful.
Nighttime in this game looks quite nice.
It is.
Now, the build I was playing on was quite an early one, which meant it came with a few bugs here and there. My favorite of which being gas stations with, rather powerful lights.
Oh, wow.
So, what next? Well, now the city had reached 1,000 population, I had to do something truly awful. I had to start thinking. You see, in the first game, all big cities had one common struggle: traffic. If I wanted the city to be truly huge, I had to get on top of traffic before it became an issue. So of course, I did some more research. Holy shit! Roads. Roads on the surface may seem simple enough. Get them wrong, and disaster will follow. So, how do you not get them wrong? Well, by following a few basic principles of road networks. First being, roadway hierarchy.
Okay.
You probably already have a vague idea of what this means. Obviously, a highway has a pretty different purpose than the road that goes to your house. The hierarchy goes like this: highways, then arterial roads, then collectors, and then local roads. They don't necessarily need different numbers of lanes or higher speed or really anything distinguishing them. The distinction is more about where they are in the network than what they actually look like. Each step down the hierarchy trades off mobility, or how fast you can get from point A to B, with access, or how many things you can put on that road.
Okay.
Local roads have the highest access, but lowest mobility. while highways have the highest mobility with the lowest access. Speaking of highways, hey, there's a highway right there. So,
Yeah, you could not
back to the
pay
city
me
of-
to get on one of those.
we can see that these basic road principles have already been used. This road here is an arterial road. We've got some collectory looking dudes off to the side here, and all our houses are placed nicely along local roads.
Beautiful.
Next up, another neighborhood. An arterial road up here, and wonderful. As our city grew larger, we unlocked even more stuff. This stuff is quite important, since we need to keep our citizens happy so more move in. In order to keep our citizens happy,
Beautiful.
I had devised a devious plan.
Oh.
Fuck that. With the city sufficiently lathered in parks, I could add more stuff. An industrial area here, some mixed-use developments over here, a college here, an experimental pedestrian-only street with shops over here, and before I knew it, 5,000 population. At this point in the game, issues start cropping up, like our cash flow is still negative, or there's a little bit of traffic, or there's a giant forest fire bearing down on the city.
Oh.
Yeah, after all, that's fine. We're going to take the noble path and completely ignore it. You see, in city skylines, road design and layout will only get you so far in fighting traffic. The best way to stop jams is for there to be no cars there in the first place. Gentlemen, it was time to busy ourselves with public transit.
Oh, God.
At our small scale, we only really have the capacity to add buses.
I've been on the subway in New York. Granted, I was really little. But there was this, like, creepy man that was, like, throwing up on himself. And he kept, like, trying to talk to me. And I was scared. And that's all I know. Hi, Wyvern. Hi, Chaos. That's all I know. About. I said I was sorry. Yeah. I've only been on the subway once. Well, more than once. But I guess that was the only notable time I've ever been on it. Yeah, it was scary. Hi, Purple. Thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, we don't really have them in America unless you're in like a small city and they have subways. That was something I liked about San Diego though, is they had trolleys. I really like the trolleys. Oh, that's so gross. Alice, that's so gross.
So we'll add some buses. I remember first playing City Skylines 1 and spamming the shit out of buses absolutely everywhere. Doing this resulted in bus lines that look something like this. Now yes, this line does in fact service a lot of people, but if you live here and want to go here, instead of the bus going straight there, it goes here, then around here, and then stops here, and finally arrives here. This system is dumb. It's far better to have a bus that just goes from one point to another in the city, and then stops in between. With that said, here's my first bus route. It takes people from the apartments to the industrial area and back. Simple. Now, of course, the whole point of doing this is to allow people to get around without
This
using
game is really cool, but I'm not like
vast
smart enough
majority
to
of
do
people,
stuff
when
like
given the choice
this.
between a bus and a car, all else equal, will almost always choose a car. This is great if you want your city to look like this, but I don't. So we need to make the bus a viable alternative. We can do this with bus lanes to prioritize bus traffic, or by not providing parking near the destination so they can't drive there. What's more important, however, is that the public transit system has layers to it. Public transit isn't just buses. It's also trams, metro, ferries, trains, and even aircraft. All these systems should mesh together to provide a viable alternative to just getting in your car and driving to your destination. The end result? Well, hopefully, not this. With the beginnings of our public
That's
transit network laid out,
insane.
came rezoning. If I wanted this
How is places like California even real? How? How are they real? How do those people exist? How do you live your life? Yeah. Hey, man. That was China. Yeah, but the only one that I have like experience with of like in real life is in California. It's just like traffic sounds fucking insane. I cannot imagine. I get palpitations just like driving on the highway, and there's like, I see like 5 other cars. I can't even imagine. No, I don't think I'd be able to adapt to it. I don't think so. There's not enough lorazepam in the world that could make me able to stomach that every day. No.
City to be the largest the game
No.
had ever seen, these single-family homes were no good. In their place, I zoned for mixed use, which are just apartment blocks with shops on the bottom. Instead of housing 4 or 5 people, mixed-use developments can house 60 to 80. Of course, I couldn't rezone everything at once, so I just did it gradually. Bulldozing Grandma's house, only every so often. With more population, once again, came more unlocks. This time, we'd unlocked the office space. Why work in a dangerous, hazardous manufacturing job when you can just sit on a computer and slap a keyboard for 8 hours a day? Hey, wait a minute. Offices have a few advantages over industry, the important one being they don't produce pollution. This means that we can place them wherever we want. They also employ a higher proportion of educated workers. This is good when your city has a high level of education. Mine doesn't, but it's nice to think that maybe someday it will. In the meantime, though, the citizens needed to be put back to work. Oh shit. In particular, we needed more industry. Perhaps like this chemical plant.
I don't think you can do that.
Which looks really cool and want to drink whatever funny liquid it produces. Oh, fuck. In that time I spent doing whatever it was that I was doing, the city had managed to pass the 15,000 population milestone. Nice. Oh yeah, and I was still on the crane. Guys, it's been a long time, guys. Can you please let me down, please, guys? Everything in was going perfectly. The commercial district was...
The commercial district is booming as the
Industry was on the rise.
Industry in the region is on the rise, and when this
A housing shortage was driving up prices in the area.
housing shortage is driving up prices in the area.
Oh my god, yes, I get it. Do these radio announcers ever shut the fuck up?
No, Martin, we don't shut up. Martin, time is running out. The citizens demanded Martin. The citizens want poo. Martin, the Poocano is calling.
No, why are you
Martin.
saying this?
The
No, this isn't
Poocano
right. Stop,
is
please.
calling.
Stop.
Martin,
Stop, please.
Bill,
Please stop.
Bill,
Go away.
Bill,
No, what are you talking about? I like this city. Please. What are you talking about? No, I don't want to flood with poo. No. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I hit this new milestone. Built this bridge thing.
I'm scared of this guy.
Yeah.
Martin.
Okay, well, maybe we should try a port. You know, because it's got like the funny. You know, the funny. You know, the funny water vehicle. You know,
A
the
boat?
funny. So I made a port. Now the city has shipping access. Hooray! Okay, how about a train yard and some trains? Alrighty, bam, trains. A stop over here, a stop over here, some tunnels connecting them all. This cool train bridge thing. Nice. How about a metro? Metro stations, tunnels, metro lines. The attractiveness of was truly off the charts. And in the next couple of hours of playing, the population ballooned from 15,000 to 50,000 people.
Holy shit.
This, once again, unlocked a swath of new high-density buildings. So to cram even more people into my more and more limited space, I zoned a bunch of high-rises. Was well on its way to city glory. But this huge influx did in fact
Nice.
cause a few issues. Namely, traffic. With so many people moving in all at once, car traffic coming into the city was truly huge. So to combat this, I came up with a genius idea. A wonderful, pleasant, beautiful urban highway. Currently, there's only one access point into the city, but with our wonderful new urban highway and this cool bridge, there was now 2. Okay, highways are cool and all that, but what's the best way to merge a highway with another road?
He's so smart.
Gentlemen, it's time to dive into the wonderful world of interchanges. So, you're an urban planner, and you've got a problem. You've got this big road going this way, and another big road going this way. How do you join them together? Well, with an interchange. There are several to choose from, and they all serve slightly different purposes. Trumpet interchange, three-way directional interchange, single-point urban interchange, cloverleaf, partial cloverleaf, diverging diamond, and everyone's favorite concrete abomination, the stack interchange. Some of these interchanges are meant for moving traffic from one highway to another, like the stack interchange, while others are made for taking traffic off the highway and putting it onto a more accessible road. This is what we want for our new highway. So for this job, I chose the diamond interchange. Well, a pretty basic and honestly shit version of one, but a diamond interchange nonetheless. I repeated this basic shit design down the length of our wonderful stretch of road and ended up with this. Once that was done, it was time to build a cool bridge all the way back to the mainland and connect it up to the highway down there. This requires another interchange. Hooray! For this job, we're using a three-way directional interchange. As the title says, it's three ways, directional, and an interchange. Yeah. Anyway, with that placed down, this wonderful new section of highway is open for business. And you know what that means? More expansion. More expansion, of course, meaning huge influxes of new people. In just a few hours, the city managed to go from 50,000 population all the way up to 90,000.
Holy shit!
Huge swaths of new people making their way into the city via our new highway proved very quickly that the interchanges I had designed were in fact very bad, and I should feel bad about it. Fucking idiot, fucking stupid dumbass. Not to worry though, because one of my intercity trains I had the foresight of building was doing some serious heavy lifting. A couple of them were even full, holding 800 passengers each. All 800 of which got off at one station, causing this wonderful cascade of bodies to come flooding out, filling the streets like some sort of gelatinous liquid. Beautiful. And with that, more expansion. I built more neighborhoods, and more neighborhoods. More and more thousands of people flocked to me. Tram lines, highways, thousands of spaces for new buildings. It was only a matter of time before the population skyrocketed yet again.
Okay.
Yeah, except it didn't. For whatever reason, people had decided enough was enough, and they didn't want to move in anymore. What's worse is, for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why. Mousing over the citizen happiness meter revealed that citizens in my city were having a wonderful time. Lots of wealth, reliable city services, and no poo in the drinking water. Yet, this city was just good. So why then was no one moving in? During this whole time of expanding the city, I had assumed that offices are just plain better than industrial areas. You see, offices can be placed anywhere, so I'd just been placing them wherever I pleased. Typically, right next to residential, so people wouldn't have to travel far for work. Unfortunately, there's a limit. At some point, people get sick of their keyboard slapping and need manufacturing jobs. So I gave them what they wanted, and holy shit, a nice influx of tens of thousands of people. I passed over 100,000, then over 150. People were literally dying to get to my city, and predictably, the traffic was really bad. I expanded so much that I'd filled up the barrier island. I expanded down to the mainland, filling it with a huge, expansive suburbia. I built over 100 elementary schools. The population grew still. I built these cool university buildings. The Large Hadron Collider, this needle-looking thing. And the population grew still. International airport, more suburbia. Nuclear energy, more industry. Trams, trains, more suburbia. Highways, skyscrapers, incineration plants, more suburbia. Infrastructure of all shapes and sizes. The city grew, and grew, and grew.
It's huge.
And here we are, fellas. 300,000 citizens. I'm pretty confident this is the largest city ever built in Cities Skylines 2. Now, let me ask you a question. What are 300,000 people good at? Maybe
pooping,
making a lot of money, or
I know
using
where
lots
this
of
is
incineration plants, or perhaps producing lots of digital goods. Yes, they are good at all of those things, but they're most good at one thing in particular.
Yeah.
They are good at pooping.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, I present to you the purpose of this city.
Oh
what
no.
everything has been leading up to.
It's a poop factory.
I present the Poocano.
God.
In the ensuing Poonami, the entirety of was destroyed. Only one single person remained. The Pooh Man.
Yes!
If you'd like to beat my record and claim even more lives, pre-order this fantastic game with my link. Goodbye.
I reiterate my initial statement. I am scared of this guy. I'm scared of this guy. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? I'm glad I liked it ahead of time. I'm scared of him. I don't know what we just watched. I had like a spiritual experience. But like, first of all, imagine like being the one to die to this, and like people having to like talk about you, and they're like, yeah, they drowned in poop.